If you're still using AI in the browser, stop.
The old way is dead. Today we break out of browser and we're going straight into the terminal.
So, we are not just making a chatbot interface, we are hiring a real autonomous AI teammate that lives on your computer.
So what exactly is Cloud Code? I'm going to try to make it simple so that anyone can understand. Regular AI, the one you're quite familiar with, it's like a consultant. You talk to them on the phone or through the chat interface, they give you an advice and you take an action.
But you still have to do all the actual work. You have to write a document, you have to send an email. Cloud Code is different. Cloud Code is like an engineer. It's like an executive assistant. It actually has access to your computer, it lives there and it can fix things for you.
It's an agent, so it can read your files, it can combine data from different sources, it can make decisions autonomously, it can run commands all by itself.
And listen to me, this is not just for software developers. Forget the coding for a second. You can use it to research your competition. You can use it to create daily briefs based on a different source of information from different informational channels. You can even have it automatically create your content strategy. It's a universal worker. You tell it what you want, it looks at your files, it does all the work. You literally just watch it as it happens.
So how do we actually get started? First, we're going to have to get the Node.js. The easiest way to get that done is go to the main Node.js website and then download the appropriate installer for the operating system that we're using. Alternatively, we can also run a Node.js container using those two commands. We can also use the nvm package installer inside the command line, and this command will install the long-term support version of Node. Once installed, we can do node v to check the version of the installation. When you install Node, you will also get an npm, and this is what we're going to use to install the Cloud Code. Inside terminal, paste this command. Once installed, type in Claude, select your terminal style, and then the login method. You can use your cloud account with subscription, but that will come with certain limitations depending on the subscription type. You can pay for the raw API usage, or you can use a third-party access. I'm just going to use my cloud account, click authorize, and that's all we need to do.
We need to talk about the money. How much does this employee actually cost? You have several different price points, 2 different ways to pay.
Option 1 is Cloud Code subscription, so you pay a monthly fee for a plan. And if you already use Claude in the browser, you can also use this plan to use Cloud Code inside terminal. Although with this, you might hit some daily limits, and those limits greatly depend on the plan that you are paying for. If you don't want to pay for a plan, you can pay straight using the API credit, and the cost associated depends on the model that you're going to use. Although, according to some information on the internet, the cloud subscription plans can be up to 30 times cheaper than API access. You can check your usage inside terminal, and this will tell you how much have you used this session, when is your next reset, and how much have you used this week. And if you are using API, you can type in costs, and this will tell you how much have you used today.
So now that you know how much it costs, how do you actually use it?
An interactive mode and one-shot mode. With one-shot mode, you simply do /p and the question, you wait for the answer, and then you can move on. So if you type in Claude, this will start an interactive session inside your command line. In here, you'd be able to access all the skills or the agents that you might have created to automate some of your workflows. Claude is usually initialized inside your project directory, which means it will have access to all the files and subdirectories inside that directory. And as you talk to the Claude, it will build up the context based on your conversation. It will learn from your conversation and it will improve over time.
But wait, is this safe? Can this accidentally delete my entire hard drive? Relax, it's completely safe. Claude uses a strict permission system.
Before it changes anything, it will stop and ask for your permission, so you're still totally in control. But here is the secret to using Cloud Code. You don't really need to understand how to code. You just need to understand how to talk and prompt the agent, as well as understand the problem you are trying to solve. So let's say I had an idea, but I don't really know how to execute on it. I would just ask a question and wait for the answer. So see, the Claude is trying to narrow down our vague question by asking some follow-up questions. So I'm just going to provide an answer to those. So we've got our response back. It has mentioned that AI and automation might be too broad and is suggesting to pick an actual angle and gave us some examples. It has mentioned 3 different content pillars for tutorials, how-to, reviews, result and case studies. And it has also specified the 20-hour-a-week breakdown and some targets, monetization paths, and quick wins. Research and scripting is pretty boring. Let's see if we can use Claude to help us out. So after 1 minute, we've got our initial plan for the skill that will generate our script. All you have to do is provide the topic and the target audience, and Claude will create the hook, the body, the CTA, the A rolls, and the B rolls. And obviously the next step would be just to try and create the skill and then use that skill to create some of the scripts, and then go through those scripts, check the output, go back and forth a couple of times with Claude to actually refine the script, and eventually you would get an output that is good enough for your initial draft. So now let's talk about memory and how do we preserve context between the conversations. So here in my command line, I have this Claude interactive session running. In order to stop it, all I have to do is type exit, and now it stopped. However, at the end, we get in this ID, which allows us to resume this session at any point in time. So all you have to do is make a note of the ID. And then if you want to come back to the session, all you have to do is copy this, click paste. And now we're back inside that session again. We can also create a file called CLAUDE.md, and this is your project persistent memory. Every time you interact with Claude, it will read this file on startup, instantly knowing the rules and all the commands.
So where do you put the file? This is crucial. You have two different choices, either your project directory or the main directory where the Claude is installed.
If you put CLAUDE.md in your main user folder, then this will be used globally by Claude for every single project. However, if you put another CLAUDE.md into a project-specific location, then this will overtake the global file, and you will have ultimate control to provide your own settings on a project basis.
Do not try to create a massive file. Best practice is to keep it under 200 lines. Keep it simple with high-level instructions.
Focus on basic project documentation or flow, and if Claude gets something wrong constantly, then it might be a good idea to add it there as well.
If you want to teach Claude a specific workflow that you use very often, skills are the way to go.
For majority of your skills, you will need to use a format very similar to this. As a minimum, you need to provide the skill.md file, which contains the main instructions. You might also need to add the reference or a template.md file, so Claude knows how to format the data. You will most likely need also a folder that contains examples, so Claude knows exactly what a perfect job looks like. And if you need to talk to external applications or execute commands, you will also need to add a script folder that will contain the scripts inside that will do the actual work. So here is a simple merge request skill that I use as part of my development process. What this skill does, it basically takes all my changes, it puts a name against all these changes, it checks out a separate branch, it pushes all the code to the GitHub in the remote repository, and then it creates the request to bring these changes onto my main branch. So let me just quickly show you this in action. So it takes in two parameters, the branch name and the message. So I'm just going to call it test, and then for the message test as well to keep it simple, click start. So after about 1 minute of independent running, it has managed to execute all the steps that we have specified in our skill.md file. And if we take a look at our GitHub repository, it has managed to create the branch with the name test, as well as created the pull request called test, which, as you remember, it matches our input argument to the skill that we have created inside Claude. Now, you might be thinking, I'm not a programmer. How am I supposed to build a custom skills and scripts? You don't. You just ask Claude to do it. So let's say I wanted to create a skill that will send a Slack message. And even if you don't know how to do it, Claude, as part of the plan, will give you a detailed step-by-step process on what you need to do in order to build this skill. In this case, we have to create a new app on Slack, add incoming webhook, configure it with write permissions so we can post messages onto the channel. And then you also have to export the bot token, which is the bot that will be responsible for posting the messages onto the Slack. And by the way, you can almost apply this to any domain and expertise. As long as you understand how this should work, this will allow you to challenge Claude assumptions and refine the process. Let's say you wanted to build a dashboard. For this, I have downloaded this dataset that shows the global employment and unemployment rates for those years. In the past, you would have to hire a developer. This could be weeks and thousands of dollars in development, depending on the complexity. But here, I'm just gonna go to Claude, ask the question, point it at the data folder and ask for a dashboard. After 90 seconds, the dashboard is ready. I have already started the development server. So now let's go to the URL. The employment dashboard is ready. All you have to do is type in the country, and then it gives you employment and unemployment for all the years that the data set has been created. It also gives you the stats by sex, overall unemployment rate and employment rate. The key to solving any problem with Claude is this. You start with a big problem, you break it down into smaller ones, and then you take time to refine the approach for each individual problem. And once you're happy with the solution as a whole, then you can use Claude to actually generate it. Now, I know this dashboard is pretty basic, but we have only spent 2 minutes generating it. Imagine what could you accomplish in a space of several hours.
Let your imagination run wild. You can almost make a skill about anything, connecting several applications in a very specific order to help you automate something you do every day.
Imagine a content creating workflow. We aren't just asking Claude to write a post, we are building a pipeline.
And the command is the entry point. It triggers the entire workflow in a specific sequence, running all the skills one by one.
You can start the command just like the skill, with a slash and the name. So overall, the command will start the engine, the workflow will specify the order, and the skills will do all the heavy lifting.
The model context protocol. This is quite new, but it's dangerously powerful. The MCP lets Claude plug directly into your local server, your enterprise database, or any external API. It goes way beyond the simple script.
You could connect it to Notion to help you search across the meeting notes or maybe help you summarize some of the documents. You could also have another skill that could connect to the Google Calendar and Gmail, and that way you'd be able to use Claude to interact with both of these services. And if you work in marketing, you could connect it to something like HubSpot and interact with the application by reading and updating information inside the command line, or even connect it to something like Shopify to check inventory levels or top selling products.
But don't be stupid with this. If you don't properly limit your MPC access, you would just give the Claude the full read and write access to all your applications, so you must use strict permissions.
Adding applications via MCP server is usually quite easy. All you have to do is invoke this single command, which will add the server or the application that you're trying to add inside your MCP local instance. And then you will also have to generate the API keys for your user account and store those API keys on your machine where the Claude is installed inside the MCP server settings. Sometimes when working on a big task, you might want to outsource a certain section of that task into a different Claude sub-agent. And with Claude, it's quite easy to do that because all you have to do is create a file inside your .claude/agent. You can give it a name, description, the tools it's allowed to use, and the model that it should be running on. You can also specify the permission mode, which means how often you'll be prompted to approve something during the execution. You can either be more relaxed or more strict, depending on what you're trying to do. The skills that it's allowed to run, and it can also run in the background. And you can manage all your agents inside the command line using the /agents command.
Don't overcomplicate this. Creating an agent for each tiny task is probably pointless. Also consider giving each agent a narrow, well-defined task with clear success criteria so the agent can autonomously verify its actions.
And once you get comfortable with a single command line, nothing is stopping you from having several agents running at the same time, working at different things concurrently. If you talk to the AI for about an hour, over time, your context will get full and you will lose the quality of the responses. Once you get to about 75%, it's time to compress. And the command that we're looking for inside the command line is called compact. It will clear your conversation history, but it will keep the summary in the context. All you have to do is click the command, give it a minute.
So why this is different from using ChatGPT or Claude inside the browser?
Because the browser is a cage. When you use AI on a website, the AI is blind. It only understands the information you provide. You have to copy and paste data. You have to drag and upload files manually. You have to bring all the information to the chat. You're acting as a middleman. Cloud Code completely eliminates that middleman. It has access to your hard drive, to all your directories on your computer. It can access your databases, your file systems. It can also be configured to call external applications using the API. And because it lives on your PC with all that access, your imagination is the only bottleneck. You can create variety of different skills that will automate your workflow, and all you have to do is write prompt in plain English.